All right, Robert Drury back again on my quest to get to 2200, playing the hippopotamus in defense. I am currently 21-22, and let's see if we can get a game in. That was quick. My opponent is 21-32. I have white pieces, and I will start off with B3, which is a Nimzo Larson. And we will immediately see if we can clamp down on this square, and we will put 2 pawns on D3 and E3. The knight comes out, and he is playing aggressive, so we may push here, but we have to get some things situated first. All right, let's push. And most of the time they play that move right there. We are going to go ahead and push this pawn and keep this square freed up. And we will bring our knight here. Our intent is to castle and push this way. A lot of times they will bring a queen here. Let's go ahead and castle. We can get our castle in. And now we will play here because we are guarding this pawn. And now we may start pushing. All right, we push because if he takes, I'm taking back with the pawn. And now I've got the pawn move or the pawn move. So we will see. Okay, we will push. And we will also push and see if we can take this pawn here. Okay, and now my knight will come in here. We'll hop into the vacated, well, the C4 square, which is now available. Okay, and he well, I tell you what we'll do. We will push and we will push. This bishop will come here first. All right, he's going to, let's drop back. I would assume he's going to start pushing. Okay, that is not. All right, and we are going to push here. Okay, we are going to all right, so now what do we do? Okay, I could push here. He takes, kick that guy out. That will weaken a lot of pawns if I push here. Now let's pop into here because we're wanting to push. Okay. Oh, I see what he's doing. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Come in here, and we're going to come in here. If he does this, we will take. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. I missed that move. Oh my God, that was not good. That was not good at all. All right. That was just not good play on my part. Not good play. Right now, I've got potential. I have got potential. Okay. I've got potential to win. Threatening mate. All right. I blew this game like you wouldn't believe. I believe my opponent may have gotten a little too greedy. And now I've got a mate threat right here. And I've also got a rook right here. All right. What can I say? My opponent got a little too greedy on that. I really messed up the attack, but let's see what we have going here. 81.1 to 80.2. And looks like I didn't have any blunders, but I sure had some blunders. I don't think that would be correct. All right, let's see what my opponent, what type of... let's see, he doesn't have a USCF rating, so I'm not real sure what his USCF rating is. But let's go back and do a review. Okay. I got B3, which is an Imza Larson. He plays this D pawn up. I'm continuing the Imza Larson fashion with the intent of going into a Hippo. With the Hippo, I'm going to have a pawn here, 2 pawns on D3 and E3, and a pawn on G3 and H3. My bishops will be both fianchettoed, and my knights will be in the center. And the attack will come depending on what his setup is. All right, so, and we're just going along with our Hippo setup. And he gets 3 pawns in the center, so a lot of times this will allow me to bring a bishop to G2 and do an early push right here. And the reason for this is you're wanting to break up these 3 pawns. You want to get these 3 pawns. One of them either capture or to move. When I play in this fashion and play this, 9 times out of 10, my opponent will push here because they're like, well, I'm locking in this bishop. But the bishop is always intended to come here in that setup and go down this diagonal. All right, so he plays that, and I push here. And a lot of times in this line, he'll play a bishop here, and then he will play a queen, and that will keep me from castling. In this particular setup, he did not. He played an early B push, so I castled. Now, as I've stated before, the engine hates the Hippo. Absolutely. It will have you, right now it's got it minus 0.83 for black, and that's if black finds queen to D7. Queen to C8, minus 0.72. Now, my opponent played the move that, you know, you're going to target this pawn, and my king can always tuck in here, which he does. And then you will see the rooks. Sometimes the rook will move here. Sometimes the other rook will move here. I mean, it's just they're centralizing rooks. And now the engine likes either a4 or f4. And it's got minus 0.32 in black's favor, which is in the Hippo, that's you're not worried about that at all. And you push I pushed the f4, and he dropped back. Now this, I mean, I'm not going to take here now. I'm going to push, and now I'm going to go for a queenside attack. And as you will see later in the game, I get a queenside attack, but I played it totally wrong. All right, he brings his bishop back. All right, let's go. Now this G4 was what the engine likes. The engine also likes A4. I played A4. He took. I took. And the problem with this over here, the knight always jumps in here targeting my C pawn. And I let that knight and bishop both get in, and it really caused me some problems. All right, so I played G4. He brings, there comes the bishop. I drop back, and he brings his bishop down. And now this was a wasted move. Engine says knight. Let's see what's it say. Knight at f to d5. And then you can't take, because then he will just push, and he's got check on the king. It's a tactic that I didn't see, and my opponent didn't see either. He's coming down, and he's going to attack on the queen side. All right, I push, and he still has this move, which he once again does not see. All right, now I bring my bishop around, and I'm intending to push these two pawns. And he just continues to push. And here, knight to c4 is what the engine calls for. Then a takes b, rook takes a. Unfortunately, that's not how I played this. I played the pawn up, and he just pushed. And here I'm thinking, well, I can come here, and I can come up here, and then I can come in here, and I totally missed the fact he can just drop that bishop back. And that was just horrible calculations. So now he jumps in, and he is totally dominating this game. I continue with my faulty thinking, oh, I'll just jump in here, and he just starts eating my pieces. So here I go, and then bam. I'm like, oh no. It's minus 5.13. I am getting slaughtered. I back up, and he takes another piece. He's up. It's 5.13, minus 5.13. I take, he takes, and now what do? I bring my knight up, thinking, all right, maybe I can get a knight in here, sacrifice a piece. And he just takes another pawn. I bring my rook up, and now he moves his rook in. And it is minus 4.28. And believe it or not, knight to f5 is basically the only move. But it's I'm still getting crushed. I'm just still getting crushed. However, he makes the mistake and he takes it. My bishop takes it, and he's still winning. All you gotta do is go h6. I reckon, I don't know what he's thinking. He goes h6, I take. I suppose I can check. I don't know. But he plays h5, And now he does not have a piece to block, and it's mate in 5. I takes the pawn off, but I just replace it with the other pawn. And it was fortunate for me and unfortunate for my opponent, but I get the win, and my rating goes to 2130. And I will see you on the next video.